Okay, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Hanging with Mangg. My name is Mangg. We are playing,
Oh, yeah. Pale blood.
we're playing some Bloodborne. But we are not playing Bloodborne on the PS4. Oh no. We're playing on the PS5. This is the PS5 right here, ladies and gents. I got one. It's in my hands. Well, it's not currently in my hands, but you get the idea. I did not get one through any sort of miraculous means. I didn't have the fastest trigger finger in the West on Walmart.com. I didn't win some Taco Bell sweepstakes. No, I just have a bunch of money. I spent $1,000 on eBay, and I'm not happy about that. I'm not pleased that I had to spend that sort of money from scalpers. I think it's bullshit. Especially nowadays with, like, you know, it was all online. There was no, like, in-store stuff going on. And these people just have, like, bot programs where they can just buy 20 of them faster than any human could ever purchase them. I think that's all bullshit. But I was perfectly willing and able to purchase from a scalper. Because, I mean, look, I can argue against it all I want, but at the end of the day, it's either I can do this and have a PS5 or sit there with my pride and not have a PS5. And damn it, I wanted to play Demon Souls. So I did. It shipped remarkably fast. I ordered it Thursday night. Right after, like, it was clear I was not going to get one through any sort of retailer. Good. You know, I gave it my best shot. And I had other people also working to try and get me a PS5. We had multiple people working in tandem. But it did not work out. So as soon as it was clear, I was like, all right, I went on eBay and I purchased one from a guy that had like 8 of them. And he seemed like a reputable seller. He wasn't going to send me a box of rocks. And it arrived earlier today, so it was pretty quick. And everything works great. I've already recorded a couple videos for Demon Souls. It's pretty fucking phenomenal. I'm sure you guys will enjoy that playthrough. But I also grabbed Spider-Man Miles Morales. I haven't fired that up yet. I'm excited to give that a shot. And they give you bug snacks for free. They give you Astro's Playroom, like, bundled. It's like pre-installed, so you can just fire it up immediately. And it's actually pretty cool. It's actually, like, not just like some shitty little tie-in. It's kind of fun. But then also, if you have PlayStation Plus, which, I mean, how are you not going to have PlayStation Plus? They give you just like a whole bunch of shit for free, like right away, right here. that if you have PlayStation Plus, you can just grab all of these games right now for free as part of it, and just download them to your PS5 and play. And there's some good shit. I mean, you got like God of War, Monster Hunter World, Final Fantasy 15, Persona 5, Detroit Become Human, Uncharted 4, Ratchet and Clank, Last of Us Remastered, Bloodborne, Until Dawn. I mean, there's some good shit here. So I grabbed a handful of them that I figured it would be nice to just have digitally, including Bloodborne. So here we're playing Bloodborne just to see how the loading times compare. Now, it'd be really awesome if they released a patch for this game for the PS5 that bumped it up to 60 FPS. The problem is that the game was not designed for 60 FPS, so it's not just like a switch. It's not just like a line of code. There's a lot of things that are sort of dependent on the frame rate. And there is a guy, a fan, who did like a lot of his own work to make the PS4 version run at 60 FPS on a PS4 Pro, but it involves a lot of work and it's still not like where it needs to be. Ever think of audio describing movies for the visually impaired? You mean like me doing audio describing movies for the... I don't know. I don't know. I didn't even know that was a thing. So no, I've never considered it. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like... It's really loud. I've been playing Demon Souls, the remake, in 60 FPS, completely smooth and awesome. This is like, it's too old school. Still a good game, though. Lance McDonald, yeah, that's his name. That's his name. They can double layer the frames, make it look close to 60, though. I mean, I'm not a technical expert. I don't know what they can or can't do to make things look good. I just know what looks good and what doesn't look good. I do know that they've largely been sort of just... They largely just abandoned Bloodborne. You know, they don't... The PS4 Pro... Did it get a patch, or was it just like the native enhancements that made it slightly better? I really don't expect us to see a patch for the PS5. I think the best we can honestly hope for is just like Blue Point getting in charge of a Bloodborne remake at some point. But I don't know. They might just do a Dark Souls remake first. I don't even remember the fucking controls.
Away! Away!
Anyways, so yeah, overall, PS5 has been pretty slick. I haven't spent that much time with it, obviously, a couple hours, but my time with Demon Souls and how good it looks, how well it plays, all that's awesome. And the time I spent with Astro's Playroom, showing off like the controller stuff. I mean, this controller is really nice. It's a really nice controller with some really cool new features. If you've been reading about the PS5 at all, you've probably heard about it. The haptics. This is next level haptic feedback. It's not just like there's a big vibrator inside your controller and the whole thing just rumbles. They've moved past that. Now it's just like 30 vibrators, 30 little vibrators. And they're all sort of working in tandem, and there's like, you can like move the controller and feel like the vibrations shift and sort of swirl across the controller in different spots. And the triggers are really interesting. they have these adaptive triggers where they provide different levels of tension to the triggers depending on what's happening in game. So like if you're like drawing an arrow back on a bow, I mean, there might be like a strong initial tension to the trigger of requiring more finger pressure in order to push down the trigger all the way, making it feel more... There's more feedback to what your character is doing, to what you're doing in-game. So it's just all these sort of little things inside the controllers that developers can mess around with, that just makes it a step up from our previous level of haptic feedback. From what you've heard, the PS5, Xbox really needs to step up their game. Yeah, I mean, I got no complaints about the PS5 so far. Everything seems really well put together and well done and all pretty. The only complaint I have about the PS5 is the fucking size of it. It is massive. It is fucking gigantic. It is taller than like my secondary monitor over here. It is monolithic. I mean, people kept saying like, it's really big. It's really big. And I looked at videos and it was like, it's really big. And I'm like, yeah, it looks kind of big. But you don't really know until you have it sitting here on your desk. Oh my God. I don't know why they... I don't know. It's too big. It just dominates. Like, in the corner of my eye, I can just always see it there. Just waiting. Waiting. It wants me to... Fuck. It wants me to look at it. But, this is gonna be the first... This is gonna be, like, the first time... in a long time... that I do not own every console. Like, since, like, the original Xbox. But there's just no reason for me to buy an Xbox Series X. And I'm glad that there's no reason to buy it. In a way. In a way. Because I don't need to buy it because I have a computer, and everything released on Xbox is just on the PC, and so I can just use my better PC rather than a $500 console. That's good. The problem is, like, you know, we're generally very anti-exclusive. You know, we don't like exclusive games that are only on certain consoles because we want everything to be playable on everything. And, you know, it's shitty you have to buy every console if you want to play every game. And I get that. The thing is, though, like, exclusives are often really fucking good games, you know? And it's like, if it wasn't for PlayStation, if it wasn't for Sony, you know, funding all these exclusive games... would we even have, would we have a Bloodborne? Would we have a God of War? Would we have Last of Us? Would we have Horizon Zero Dawn, and so on and so on? Would those games exist in a world where there weren't console exclusives? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. And so it's like, that's why I don't mind buying a PS5 for the exclusives, because the exclusives are fucking good. So yeah, everything that is on Xbox is on PC, but at the same time, that isn't really much. There isn't much that that Microsoft is putting out that's really... Now, that's currently. They're continuing to buy up more studios. So they are funding more and more games. There are games being put out there thanks to Microsoft that are good. So I guess in that situation, I am glad that they are on PC. I like what Microsoft is doing in that way. It would be cool if Sony did the same thing, but again, I wouldn't buy a PS5. Fuck. Son of a bitch. Is that game audio like way too loud? This is a good time to ask because I'm recording the Demon Souls thing. It feels like the game audio is loud, although it's not this loud in Demon Souls, so I don't know. Anyways, if Demon Souls remake and Spider-Man Miles Morales and the Horizon Dawn sequel, if these were all just coming to PC, I wouldn't buy a PS5. Why? It would be the same argument as the Xbox. There would be no point for me. So I think for Sony, the business model makes sense. There's no reason to buy, or there's no reason to put all their shit on PC because they want to sell consoles and they want to sell the games that they're helping to fund and stuff on their consoles. Whereas Microsoft owns Windows, you know, it works out for them. You've never parried that executioner for as long as you played Bloodborne? Wow. Well, give it a shot. I was saying how I've never killed the Vanguard demon in Demon Souls, and I'll tell you that I still haven't. Bug. Son of a bitch. So overall, what I'm saying is I'm okay with what's happening. I'm not like pleased with everything, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with paying $1,000 for a PS5, and I'm okay with having to do so to play some exclusive games. Anyways, so let's continue. This week on this channel, we have Final Fantasy XIV, of course. We have Living Skyrim, which technically there is one more Living Skyrim video, but before that, there's a few other Skyrim videos that I'll be releasing. You can look forward to all that. We finished something. XCOM 2, I guess. I don't know when we finished that. That was probably this week. And I uploaded a video, part 1 of Godfall. And let me tell you about Godfall. Don't play Godfall. I'll say that. But I recorded a second part of Godfall. You will not see it, but I recorded it. And I really did not enjoy the second part that much. The technical problems were massive. To the point of the game is so poorly optimized. So poorly optimized. I had to play, and I don't know why this didn't crop up in the first one. It got worse. I don't know, they released a patch or whatever, but it got worse. I had to play the second part on all low settings in 720p, and I was still only getting 70 frames per second. That's pretty bad. And I had to play in a small window. I just play a small window. Where the fuck are you guys coming from?
You better look dead! Away!
So that was annoying. The main reason I didn't upload it is because halfway through, NVIDIA broadcast closed without my knowledge, and so I lost my microphone audio for the second half. And so, my complaints about Godfall are basically the same as everyone else's. If you go read a review of Godfall, you can see what people are saying about it. And I was basically just gonna only upload 2 parts. I was gonna stop the Let's Play after the second part because I knew I had my PS5 coming with Demon Souls, and I was like, I would rather play that. People would rather watch that. So screw it. But then the second part broke, so you're not even getting that. God damn it. So the Demon Souls playthrough will start tonight. I'll upload the first part tonight. And we will be doing Demon Souls, Final Fantasy XIV, and I'll start uploading Dragon Quest V. That'll be pretty much that. I could do the Doom Eternal DLC. And I might, but I'm going on a trip this week, so I don't want to juggle more than I need to. So we'll save the Doom Eternal DLC. That's what's all happening on this channel. We did do Two Brothers Play Final Fantasy V Part 4, but the video, like half the video is fucked for like the first hour or something. Then the audio is completely fucked the entire time because I didn't do a test recording because we started so damn late. So loud. Oh god. We started so late, and I got a new computer down there for recording stuff. I replaced an old computer, and so I had set up like half of the stuff beforehand, and then we were getting ready to start, and I was like, oh shit, I have more to set up. So since it was so late, I was like rushing to try and just get things set up so we could start. And I didn't do a test recording. I didn't set up things properly. Something broke with voice meter. So the audio was just complete shit. I apologize. Things will be better next time, but that's the way it goes. We didn't do a variety stream this week. We did not. Wednesday, I was planning to do Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but then YouTube went down. I don't know if some of you noticed this, but YouTube did not work Wednesday evening. All right, when I was going to stream. And I was like, I think maybe I could have streamed, but no one would have been able to watch it. And it was like, I got enough going on. I will skip it. But stop it, God. Next week, or this week, instead of a variety stream, we're gonna be doing episode 2 of the Hunt a Killer Blair Witch. I got it like earlier this week, and it's just been sitting here on my desk. So we're gonna give that a shot. That should be some fun. And that's that. I think we're doing Gloomhaven tonight. I don't know. I don't know if I need to stream Gloomhaven. I don't know if I need to stream every Gloomhaven session. I don't know. Is anybody even interested? If someone tells me they're interested, I guess I can stream it. But why does the game say Fallout 4? Why does the game say Fallout 4? Did I like... Did I show... Did I show the Fallout 4, like, the box, and it was just like, oh, he must be playing Fallout 4. That might be the only... Or I said it, maybe? I don't know. That's very strange. Anyways, over on the Exploring series, I released a video on the factory, and I got a lot of comments initially. I mean, obviously I stopped reading comments after a while, but initially I got a lot of comments from people that were like, that were referring to the Factory 001 proposal, and they thought that I made like a 35-minute video about the Factory 001 proposal. Come on now. Come on. Other than that, I think... Fuck. 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 God damn it. I can never kill those two. That's such like a dirty thing to put there. Not even... just one of them would be okay. Why do you have to put two? Come on, FromSoft. I literally said what it was about in the first like two... Well, I mean, I talked about Bloodborne a lot in the first couple minutes. I didn't mention Fallout 4 until like 10 minutes in. And I don't even know if I said the word. Maybe I did. You're interested, but you haven't had the time to watch Gloomhaven. Oh, that's the thing. It's like a 3-hour stream of something that is more interesting to play than to watch. On TTS. I think there are some interesting stuff in Gloomhaven to watch, but every video, you know, every session, every scenario, it just seems like maybe a little much. Like there's just I'm uploading too much content is what I keep feeling. Because it's like I'm gonna upload Demon Souls Part 1 tonight, guaranteed. So oh, I literally said the factory. Yeah, of course. I always explain everything pretty quickly, but people see like the title and they comment, and I can't do anything about it. Molotov cocktails are the secret to those 2 Scourge beasts. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I usually save all that shit, but that's a good idea. Mostly a dunk on Mert stream. Yeah, I mean, of course. Any stream featuring Mert is a dunk on Mert stream. Yeah, I think if it was just I think if it was just a Monday and it was as normal and nothing much was going on, I would stream the Gloomhaven session. But today, with Demon Souls happening, and I'm doing Hanging with Mangg already as a stream, I think I'll skip streaming this Gloomhaven scenario. I guarantee you it's not going to be that much more exciting than any of the other streams. Nothing that crazy is going to happen. Keep the F14 uploads happening. Yeah, I mean, of course. Like I said, the only time I don't upload that is basically when I forget. I forget quite a bit. That's why the Exploring series on like Spotify, I still haven't uploaded all the Middle Earth episodes because I just keep forgetting to do so and time just goes by. And the real negative with Spotify thing is I'm not getting it's not monetized anymore, so I'm making 0 cents. So there's less motivation for me to remember to upload that shit. How old am I? I am 30 years of age. The ripe old age of 30. It's a good round number, I think. So yeah, the factory, that was good. And then I uploaded a D&D video about magic items. I really liked that one. Magic items are some of my favorite things. More so than any of the monsters and things like that. Just all the shenanigans you can get up to with different little minor magic items. Like the immovable rod and stuff like that. Like, I'm the type of player that if a DM gives me a couple immovable rods, I will fuck their day up. I will fuck their day up. 14 years older than you. Well, that's life, my friend. I'm sure that I'm older than a lot of my viewers. And this week I worked on a video about SCP, I want to say 4051. It's about this kid who has an anomalous ability. He's basically like an X-Man. or a young superhero, and he of course gets picked up by the Foundation because he's an anomalous freak, and they have to contain him. But then they decide that maybe he could be useful to them in a way that's pretty cruel, and it basically fucks him up, and that's the end of the story. You have no idea how D&D works. How does it work? Gosh. How could I sufficiently answer that? Well, I mean, if you're really interested, there are entire videos devoted to what is D&D. How do I get into D&D? Blah, blah, blah. Things like that. But Dungeons & Dragons is a tabletop role-playing game in which one player functions as the dungeon master, and they basically orchestrate, they create the world, they control all of the events that are not affected by the other players. They control all of the non-player characters. They create a story. And then all the other players control individual characters in that world. And they are allowed to interact with that world in whatever way that they wish within certain boundaries. And generally they participate and assist in unfolding a story concocted by the dungeon master. That makes it sound a little bit more rigid than I guess it generally ends up being. Does the DM control all the gameplay? No. The DM controls... Generally, I mean, again, every table is going to be a little different, but basically, the DM is the arbiter. The DM is the judge. The players, the other players, dictate to the DM what they want to do, what they intend to do, what they're trying to do in many situations. Oftentimes, dice are rolled to help decide how some of those actions unfold, and then the DM will be the final judge on what exactly happens as a result of the player's intentions. Yeah, if I'm involved, then the DM has to basically scramble to provide answers for everything that I'm trying to do as I fuck up his entire campaign, as I ruin everybody's evening because I just can't help myself. You know, tabletop RPGs are an incredibly just open and fluid type of game. You know, depending on the game, depending on the table, depending on the players, you know, they can unfold in an infinite amount of ways to anybody's style, to anybody's liking and interests. You know, you can have games where it's just a gauntlet of combat. You're basically playing like almost like a board game because players just love the combat and how that unfolds. Whether it's for Dungeons and Dragons or Shadowrun or Warhammer Fantasy RPG or Star Wars RPG, and so on and so forth. Or you can have games where players never involve in any sort of combat whatsoever. They involve in diplomatic missions or, you know, different types of problem solving or, you know, things like that. I mean, tabletop RPGs are definitely one of the loves of my life just because of how incredibly different they can be every time. How many options are available to a group of players. pretty close. That was pretty fucking. YouTube a hobby or a main source of revenue? Both. Miraculously, it's both. You are watching my hobby channel right now. My other channel, the Exploring series, is my main source of revenue. So I get to do both. So, anyways, I up the video about the superhero kid that gets fucked up by the Foundation. That's coming out tomorrow. And there's no extra video this week. There's no bonus video, but the following video is I'm fulfilling a Patreon goal that I hit a while back. Which is a video all about various joke SCPs or J SCPs. This is a topic that I really personally have no interest in, but it was a Patreon goal and I'm perfectly willing to create the video to the best of my ability. So it'll just be a bunch of jokey SCPs read in a, or, you know, explained in a very serious manner. Which I'm sure some people will get a kick out of. How long is the superhero kid video? 32 minutes or something like that. No, it's not a Gamers Against Weed video. I don't mention Gamers Against Weed ever in the joke video. Because Gamers Against Weed is not... You'd think they would be like... And I wish they were just a J organization, a joke organization. It sure seems like they would be, but they're not. They're a real GOI within the SCP universe. And that's why I keep getting requests for me to cover it. If they were a J GOI, most people wouldn't even know they exist. And far less people would request it. There will come a day, I'm sure, where I do a Gamers Against Weed video. When I'm just desperate for topics to cover. But it is not this day. Okay. Let me... Joke SCPs like my Teletubbies Lovecraft Mythos video. No, that was a real topic. This is joke topics. No, but the Teletubbies thing was just a fucking idea that burst into my head that I decided to make a video about. These are joke SCPs written by other people. And the Teletubbies video was something that I thought was funny, whereas these are joke SCPs. All right, we're almost done here. Let me just tease you a little bit. Fire up Demon Souls, just so you can take a brief look at it. So yeah, the joke SCPs video will be dropping next Monday. I'm just getting it prepared because I'm going on my trip. And then that's pretty much it. We're gonna have look at those load times, by the way. That's PS5 load time right there. That is beautiful. That is fucking beautiful. And so is the game. Game is beautiful. As soon as I'm done with this stream, I'm gonna be recording some more Demon Souls. This is just good shit. Yeah, it's fast as hell, man. Those load times. Like, getting into just, like, 1-1 here. Done. There you go. Ready to go. It's awesome. It's awesome. So good. And the 60 FPS, I mean, just, like I said, going from Bloodborne to that. It's so smooth. So smooth. I want them to patch or remake Bloodborne or something. I need that 60 FPS. What other games do I play? I play most games. The only things I really don't play are like the farming simulator stuff, like most simulator games. Sports games I don't play, and most like flavor of the month multiplayer stuff, like Among Us and Fortnite and PUBG. I don't really get into things like that. Mostly single player stuff. If it's a good single player game, I've probably played it or am willing to play it. Do I still play D&D? Not currently. COVID fucked things up, unfortunately. When COVID first hit, we all went into quarantine. We all started a campaign online on Roll20, and we were playing for a few weeks, and then things just fell apart. People just were not interested in playing online. There was just something missing, I guess, when not being able to, spit in your friends' faces and stuff. So yeah, it's been rough. I've really been missing it. Especially putting together that magic items video was like, oh my god, why can't we just play? And I could play with strangers online and stuff, but I think they would all just get pissed off at me. So yeah, as soon as, this whole pandemic is over, we're going to get right back into it. Now, I should mention, we don't really play D&D. Occasionally, we'll go back to Dungeons and Dragons, 4th edition or 5th edition, but mostly we've moved on to, like, Shadow of the Demon Lord or Stars Without Number, like Dungeon Crawl Classics, Sprawl. I mean, we like a lot of other RPGs. Like how Demon's Souls is the most next-gen looking game so far. It really is good looking. This is the bright filter that I have on right now, so ordinarily it would look like this, which is also good. The bright filter washes some things out, but it makes the dark areas really visible, so I like that. But yeah, it's a great looking game. It's 60 FPS. Can you change? Oh, you can change. This is in cinematic mode, which bumps up the visual quality, but you can immediately tell this is not smooth 60 FPS, so I don't recommend it. I used to not be able to tell, which is shocking to me. Oh my god, yeah. So good. Yeah, I'm really excited to jump into Miles Morales as well. I got that sitting there ready to go. But first, I have to beat Bug Snacks. Anyways, that's about it. If you want to learn to play D&D, there are so many videos out there from really good DMs, people that know their stuff that can get you started. Not the type of thing I can explain right here on this stream. You didn't see a difference in the frames. That's probably because of YouTube. I'm not uploading it at fantastic quality. Trust me, in-game, on your own screen, you will notice a difference. Have I played Call of Cthulhu? Of course. Call of Cthulhu was like the first non-D&D game that I played. Loved Call of Cthulhu. On our gaming trip that I'm heading to this week, a bunch of us get together for a weekend. We will be playing some Call of Cthulhu. I'm very excited. So, that's about it. Yeah, that's all there is to really say. So check out the SCP-4051 video tomorrow. We've got Demon Souls playthrough starting tonight. First video coming out. More Final Fantasy 14, more Skyrim stuff for this week. Blair Witch Hunt a Killer episode 2 on Wednesday. And yeah, that should be that. So good stuff. Thank you all for joining me. It's always nice to do this chat, hang out with you people. Have a great week. My name is Mangg. This has been Hanging with Mangg. I'll see you fine folks next week.